In this episode, the focus shifts to Skips, giving more insight into a character who usually plays the role of the calm, wise problem solver. Mordecai and Rigby stumble into the story while trying to slack off as usual, this time by taking advantage of a birthday party in the park so they can get free cake. Their motivation remains consistent with their established behavior, a desire to avoid work paired with a childlike enthusiasm for anything that feels like a reward. The cake becomes their goal, but it also becomes the gateway to discovering something far more meaningful about Skips, whose birthday coincidentally falls on the same day. Their interest in the cake pushes them toward a situation they don't fully understand, leading to consequences none of them anticipate. When they find out Skips doesn't celebrate birthdays, they become curious and slightly confused. Skips usually behaves like an unshakable pillar of knowledge and strength, so seeing him avoid something as simple as a birthday feels unusual. Their curiosity isn't malicious. They genuinely want to involve Skips in something fun, but their approach lacks subtlety and patience. Instead of respecting his privacy, they push further, trying to figure out what he's hiding. This dynamic reveals a different side of their relationship with Skips. They look up to him, but their immaturity prevents them from understanding the weight behind his decisions. As the story unfolds, the episode gradually reveals the supernatural explanation for Skips avoiding birthdays. The truth connects to his immortality, adding a layer of mythos to the world that was only hinted at before. Learning that Skips performs an annual ritual to ensure he continues living adds emotional depth and establishes him as more than just the guy who fixes everything when Mordecai and Rigby mess up. The ritual, done in secrecy, reflects a loneliness he carries with him, suggesting that even the most capable characters deal with burdens that others don't see. This theme fits well within regular show's blending of grounded emotion with fantastical storytelling. Mordecai and Rigby's interference disrupts the ritual when they try to bring cake to Skips, believing they're helping him lighten up. Their intention is well-meaning, but their lack of understanding turns a delicate and essential ceremony into chaos. When they break the chalk circle that maintains the ritual's protection, they release a powerful figure known as Clorgbane the Destroyer, a being Skips defeated long ago. The introduction of Clorgbane brings a dramatic shift to the episode, adding intensity and danger that contrasts sharply with the earlier comedic tone. The villain's appearance reinforces how fragile the balance between the ordinary and the supernatural is in the world they live in. The sudden threat forces Mordecai and Rigby to confront the consequences of their interference. Clorgbane's return puts Skips in immediate danger, and the responsibility falls on them to help fix what they disrupted. For once, they recognize the seriousness of the situation, and their desire to make things right becomes the main driving force of the story. Their involvement pushes them into a more supportive role, showing that even though they often create problems, they care deeply about the people around them. Their loyalty to Skips becomes the emotional anchor of the episode. The conflict escalates as Skips battles Clorgbane, and Mordecai and Rigby scramble to restore the broken chalk circle. The fight combines supernatural action with emotional tension, highlighting Skips' strength and experience while also revealing how vulnerable he becomes without the ritual's protection. Mordecai and Rigby struggle to recreate the circle correctly, showing their lack of skill, but their determination becomes the key to giving Skips the help he needs. The contrast between their incompetence and their genuine effort adds humor without undermining the seriousness of the moment. When the ritual circle is finally restored, Skips regains the power necessary to defeat Clorgbane once and for all. The victory feels earned not just because of Skips' strength, but because Mordecai and Rigby rise to the occasion for someone who has repeatedly saved them. The moment reinforces the theme that friendship in regular show is not only chaotic but meaningful, built on loyalty even when mistakes get in the way. The resolution brings the characters back to a quieter emotional space, with Skips acknowledging their efforts and allowing himself a rare moment of vulnerability. In the end, Skips accepts a small celebration, not because he suddenly enjoys birthdays, but because he recognizes the sincerity behind Mordecai and Rigby's actions. Their persistent clumsy attempts to do something kind for him ultimately help him share a burden he normally carries alone. The episode expands the mythology of the series while strengthening the bonds between the main characters, blending humor, action, and emotional depth in a way that fits perfectly with the tone of the show. This sets up a natural transition into the next episode, where Mordecai and Rigby's search for easy solutions once again leads them into unexpected chaos.